Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to discuss annotations. Here, we are importing the necessary libraries. As always, we are generating numbers for x and y. So we are generating randomly 20 numbers between 0 and 1 for x coordinates and do the same for the y coordinates. Then we are having the figure size of 8 by 5. Okay. So it's 8 inches by 5 inches. Then we are plotting our scatter plot. Here, x and y are horizontal and vertical axes respectively. The size is 100. The color is red, and the alpha, which is the transparency adjustment level, is 0.6. So far we have no problem and everything goes well. Here we would like to run the code and show you how the code works. So you see we are having between 0 and 1 and 0 and 1 here also. We are having 20 points and they are red with the size 100. And what else? Okay, the transparency level is 0.6. You see that there are two labels here in the figure. So these 2 points are labeled. How do we do that? Here, in order to have labels, we are defining a for loop for for each I in the range between 0 and the length of the variable x, which is 20, to iterate through the points, iterate over the points, and label every 10th point. So because we are having 20 points and we want to label every 10th point, we are only having two labels in the output. Okay, so if I write down label every 2 points, for example, when I put 2, you see that we are having 10 points being labeled here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every 2 points, every second point is labeled now here. So it depends on us. So we are going to choose, for example, every 10th point to be labeled. So when I run the code, we see here. So in our for loop, we start from 0 and we go until the length of the x, which is 20. And every 10th point, it is labeled. Then we are going to use, in this for loop, we are going to use annotate function. And this annotate function helps us to add labels to points. So first of all, we are going to say display the coordinates with 2 decimal places. Okay, so display the coordinate of x, display the coordinate of y with 2 decimals. 2f dot 2f means 2 decimals. Okay, so you see that we're displaying x and y with 2 decimals only. So this is how the first part works, and the first part is separated by a comma, and then here the coordinates of the points to annotate is shown, for example, x and y. Okay, then we are specifying the coordinate system for the text position, and we are choosing offset points. And here we are going to mention that, okay, offset the text 10 pixel to the right and 10 pixel down for better visibility. So you see that it's a bit to the right and a bit to the down. Okay, so if I increase this number, for example, you see here 20 and minus 20, you see that the distance is larger, you see, as compared to 10. So let me go to 5 now. Just look at this figure. You see they are very close now. They are like having overlaps. So this is something that we can modify. We can have 10 to the right, 10 pixels to the right, and 10 pixels down for better visibility. And then we are choosing the horizontally aligned to the text, horizontally aligned the text, sorry, at the center. We could write down left, for example, or right if we want. It's completely optional. For example, you see it is aligned to the right. We could have alignment to the left as well. So we are having the alignment to the left. And that's it actually. This is the annotate function that is going to help us to add labels to points. Let me review it one more time. We are going to have for each I, because we are having multiple points. So because we want to label multiple points, we need to have a for loop. And we are going to have for each I in the range between 0 and the length of the variable x, which is 20. We are going to label every 10th point. Then in this for loop, we are going to use the annotate function. And this function will help us to label the points. So here we are having the displayment of the coordinates with 2 decimals, .2f. We mentioned it's because of 2 decimals. Then the coordinates of the point to annotate, same as the point being labeled. Then we are having specifying the coordinate system for the text position. Then we are having the 10 to the right and 10 to the down pixels. Then we are having the alignment. We can say center, for example, here. Okay. Then we are simply just having the show function to show the final plot for us here. So in this video, we not only reviewed certain concepts that we already learned, we also learned about how the annotate function works in Python using the Matplotlib library. Thank you for watching.